Hey, welcome back to the channel, Tea Times for Two, Golf Travel for Couples. Hey, I'm Scott, and if you're new to our channel, normally my wife Cheryl and I rate and review golf courses and resorts from around the golfing world for couples who like to travel and play golf like we do. But today we're finishing up a series of golf courses from Scotland that my brother, my son, and I played on a family pilgrimage to the country of our ancestors. Today we're again on the Ayrshire Coast of Scotland at a hidden gem called Western Gailes Golf Club, and we're going to rate and review the golf course. So stay tuned. For those of you new to our channel, we rate and review each golf course based on 5 categories. The first category being the layout and the playability of the golf course for all levels of players. The second category being the aesthetics or the beauty of the golf course. Category 3 is the course conditions when we played it. Category 4 in our Scotland series, a little different from my other series, is the course history. And then category 5, the value or the bang for your buck you're getting at each golf course. Okay, our first category, layout, we're going to give Western Gailes 4 stars. And for playability of all levels of players, we're going to give it 3 stars. Western Gailes Golf Club is located just a few miles from world-renowned Open Championship golf courses, Troon Golf Club, and Prestwick Golf Club, and right across the rail line from Dundonald Links, the host of the LPGA Scottish Open. The 18-hole layout first opened in 1898 and has seen some renovations throughout its history, and it grew rapidly with the rail line from Glasgow that runs right alongside the golf course. Currently, Western Gailes has 4 sets of tees, ranging from about 5,400 yards to a little over 7,000 yards from the tips. The course is a traditional out and back seaside link course right on the Firth of Clyde, with terrific sea views all day long and views of the nearby Isle of Arran. The first few holes play north before turning, and you play 9 straight holes going south, which proved to be quite a challenge for us as we played those 9 holes dead into the wind, and it was strong winds and rain. Really, it was the only day we really had lots of weather. The layout at Western Gailes had quite a bit of variety in length and challenges your entire bag, even though you play those 9 holes one direction and then 9 holes in the opposite direction. And be aware that the winds are going to change depending on the tide, so you have to keep an eye out on the Firth to get a read on those winds. There is a bit of water on the golf course as berms protect a few of the holes, and the greens are protected by those traditional revetted face deep pot bunkers everywhere. Placement by far is the most important thing or important trait at Western Gailes, definitely not length. Category 2, aesthetics. We're going to give Western Gailes 4.5 stars. We really loved our day at Western Gailes. It was our second round of the day as we played Turnberry Elsa course in the morning, which we didn't shoot a video on, the Elsa course, even though next to the old course, it was my favorite course that we played, simply because it's undergone a couple of renovations since we played it, and they changed the routing of it, and it wouldn't be a fair assessment of what the golf course is really like now. But I absolutely loved our day there. This was the only day on the trip that we really had rough weather. I mean, wind was really howling all day long, and at Western Gailes it rained sideways for most of our round, but we still had a ball. Really, it's all part of the experience, and you have to embrace the weather and the quirkiness and the weird bounces and the blind shots and holes that probably wouldn't be built today in the States. But that's just the charm of link style golf, and you just have to embrace it and enjoy it. Western Gailes was absolutely gorgeous, and the views of the Firth of Clyde and the nearby Isle of Arran were terrific. And like I said in our Prestwick video, literally we looked at snow-capped peaks on the Isle of Arran on our round there, so it was really cool. The course is really wedged in the sea, in between the sea and the railway. It has terrific views, and it's on a really small piece of land, so it's not real wide, because from that railway to the ocean, as you'll see on our videos, is really, really close. Now, if you want to experience seaside links golf without having to take out a second mortgage in order to afford to play it, then Western Gailes needs to be included in your Scottish itinerary, as it is a terrific golf course. And although we didn't play Dundonald links, having watched the ladies LPGA Scottish Open the last couple of years, I really like that layout as well. And you could hit 2 right there. Plus you have 2 at Troon, and you've got Prestwick and 2 at Turnberry. So you can make a nice week out of just staying on the Ayrshire coast. Some of our favorite holes on Western Gailes, starting with hole number 2, called Railway. As you'll see that train running right by the golf course. It's a long par 4 with the rail line OB on the right and tall rough on the left. Fairway bunkers, like all links courses, must be avoided as well, making this a really difficult hole off the tee, especially if it was windy. Although I think we played it was straight downwind. Hole number 6, Lapok, is unique in that it's the only links par 5 in the world that is all carry on a direct line. So if you take a direct line from the tee box to the pin, it's all carry. There's high dunes and tall rough, as well as the sea, all on the right side, all the way down the length of the hole. And if you go for it in 2 on this short par 5, you'll have a blind shot. So use the barber's pole, as you'll see back here, as an aiming point, which is just right off the back of the green. And if you lay up just right of the pole, and then you'll have the best approach into the green. Hole number 7, it's called C. It's a truly great par 3, as you can see in the pictures behind me. And it made our list of our favorite 18 holes that we played in Scotland. It's a medium to long par 3, depending on which tee box you play. It has a small saddle-shaped green that is completely surrounded by deep pot bunkers and dunes covered in tall grass. So you really can't miss this one where you're looking at a big number. And again, this one we played dead into the wind, and it was kind of raining sideways when we got to number 7. Hole 8, Burn, is a short par 4 with a burn running right in front of the green. And there's a red cross marker behind there. That's the ideal line off the tee to avoid, so you can avoid the large fairway bunker that's on the left, which is kind of cool. We kind of like those blind shots because you don't get them here unless you play in the East Coast on a hilly golf course, where like we had in Georgia. Some of them we had to play blind shots up over hills, but you get that a lot here in Scotland. Hole number 10, Elsa, is a short par 4 that demands accuracy off the tee. I definitely wouldn't hit driver unless it was into the strong wind. I can't remember, I think it was into the wind when we played it. The slope green is protected by another burn and surrounded by tall grass rough, so you really got to be accurate on this one. And again, it was really windy when we played it. This was one of our highest, or definitely my highest score of the whole trip, but still loved the golf course. Hole 11, Plateau, is a long, and I mean long par 4, especially into the wind, that runs along the Firth and the Firth of Clyde, and it has high dunes and rough to the right. There's a railway signal box off in the distance that's the best aiming point off the tee, and the fairway tilts to the right, so be careful not to cut off too much of the corner or you're not going to find your ball in that tall grass. Oh, that's another thing. You're going to need a lot of golf balls when you go to Scotland, because you can stripe one and one of these blind shots, or even one that you can actually see the landing area, and it might be 2 steps off the fairway and you get in grass that's knee high and you won't find them. So just take your drop and go on. Hole 13, Barassi, is a short par 3 that has a very big green for a par 3, and it's protected by a burn in front with 7, and I mean 7, bunkers. So it requires accuracy, and the tee is really exposed to the wind. And this was a booger bear for us because it was really howling when we got here. I think I had tried to knock down 3 wood or something into this, even though because it was dead into the wind. Yeah. Welcome to Scottish Golf. Category 3, course conditions. We're going to give Western Gailes 4.5 stars. Again, like all the other courses we played in Scotland, the greens, the fairways, the tee boxes were in excellent shape. We played in the first week of April. And again, this was the shoulder season in Scotland, so we certainly didn't expect the conditions that we saw, which just tells you this golf courses over there are just first class in every way. Western Gailes, again, treated us like we were members. The starter was amazing, and we got a full course history lesson there before our tee time, right on the first tee. And in the clubhouse, they welcomed us just like we were members. So absolutely thumbs up to Western Gailes. So if you go and you're on the Western or the Ayrshire Coast of Scotland, you won't be sorry if you stop in and play this one, because it's definitely going to be worth your while. You're going to love the layout and the views all day long. Category 4 in our Scotland series is course history, and we're going to give Western Gailes 3 stars. Western Gailes opened in 1898 and grew rapidly with the coming of the rail line and the stop from Glasgow, so business people could get their golf in there on their way to work or on their way after work. Western Gailes hosted such prestigious events as the Scottish Professional Open, the Scottish Amateur multiple times, the Curtis Cup, the British Senior Amateur, the Scottish Senior Open, and the European Men's Amateur Team Championship, just to name a few. It's also been used as open qualifying course when the Open was on the western coast of Scotland at Turnberry or Troon. Because Western Gailes sits on such a narrow strip of land between the sea and the railway, it makes it pretty much impossible to host large galleries and the infrastructure that modern professional golf events require. But it is a terrific test of golf and an excellent example of seaside links golf and out and back routing. Definitely worth your trip to play. Category 5, value or bang for your buck. When we played it the first week of April, we'd give Western Gailes 3 stars, maybe 3.5 stars. But if you play it in the summertime, we'd only give it 1 star. In April, when we went, we paid around $160 US, which is an amazing value. I probably should give it 4 stars for that, because you pay $160 here in the United States, you're not going to get anything like that with those views and that layout and those conditions. But if you play it in the summertime from May to September, you're going to pay around $371 US, which doesn't make it quite the value that what it was when we played it. Now, both prices do include soup and a sandwich in the clubhouse afterwards, which were both excellent and much needed after that windy, rainy day that we played it. All right, let's recap and give Western Gailes an overall score. I'm going to give Western Gailes 4 stars. I really liked Western Gailes, the layout, the views, the variety of holes, the course conditions, and the people that treat us just like we were members. It's a great example of true seaside links golf, and I would definitely play it again. If you stay in the Troon area, you can play both Royal Troon, Troon Portland. You can play Western Gailes, Prestwick, Dundonald Links, Gailes Links, both courses at Turnberry, Kilmarnock. You don't even have to change hotels. And it wouldn't be much of I think 20 minutes to Turnberry would be the furthest drive you would have. So it'd be a terrific golf trip if you want to get in some seaside links golf, and about 5 of those would be pretty inexpensive for you to play, depending on when you go. Just so you know, this was my highest round that I shot of the 11 rounds, and it was the only day that we had weather, and I would still give it 4 stars, although I played terribly compared to what I played at the other places. That's how good a golf course it is. So if you've made the pilgrimage to Western Gailes, let us know what you think in the comments below. We love to hear from people who watch our videos and share their comments and their thoughts, and our readers like to hear them as well. So please comment below. And as always, remember, if you like this video and it gave you some kind of value, please be sure to hit the like and subscribe button below so we can keep providing content like this for couples who like to travel and play golf. And be sure to check back next week, where we'll resume our very extensive Myrtle Beach series, where we left off on the north end, as we're going to rate and review Brunswick Plantation and Golf Club in beautiful Calabash, North Carolina. Terrific seafood. And check out our other series on our channel, from Myrtle Beach to Bandon Dunes to Cabo San Lucas to Phoenix Scottsdale to islands all over the Caribbean, and even Las Vegas. And we just got back from there, so we'll be adding some more videos to our Las Vegas series. So hopefully we'll see you on the first tee someday. Keep hitting them straight.